Well, good morning, friends. It's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living and Misha and Maze. It's a Maritime Christmas morning, and I got done editing yesterday's video, the Success Club one, this morning. Don't wiggle the table, you guys. I have stuff measured out there. But I feel like bacon today. It's my husband's birthday. I asked him what he wants for supper. He said he didn't really have anything, but I know he really likes cinnamon buns. And yes, Maze. I'm going to make some cinnamon buns today, but I'm not making that first. I'm going to make an extreme chocolate cake. So I'm going to bring you guys over to Cornelius, and we need to start cracking. This I'm going to do after because I still have to get a couple things. I need to get some more heavy whipping cream and some icing sugar. I just have everything pre-measured out so the eggs can, get to room temperature. The butter can get to room temperature and all that jazz. So let's go over to Cornelius and we'll start cracking. Alright guys, I'm trying to get it so you can see, but I'll have to lift you up a bit. Like it's just so wonky. I can't make it bend down anymore. Maze. Misha's getting ready to go for her haircut.
That's why I took off my
Maze, you need to put it over on the other side. That's where I need to stand.
Well, just
Well, you share a chair with Misha. You guys can share a chair. Get up there.
We're gonna stand up.
Get up there. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, I don't have the sugar measured out, for heaven's sakes. Oh, jeez. Well, I have this. I have a half a cup. Needs a cup. I forget where I got this recipe. I honestly do.
Then we can I do it in
No, I'm just going to whip this up quick, Misha. I told you guys that. So that's a cup of sugar, 1 3/4 cup of flour. I didn't get that out either, for goodness sakes. Watch out, boob. What did I say?
I thought there's a thing that's full of flour right there.
Yeah, that's measured out for the cinnamon buns.
Oh.
1 3/4, so.
Because there's already a big one there, and I thought that was for the cinnamon buns.
That's 1 cup. That's half a cup. That's 1/4 of a cup. Perfect. Should have an apron on. I have fresh clothes, black clothes on, and of course, flour.
Oh yeah! Apron.
All right, I know the lighting over here is bad, guys. 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. Well, oh, this is a brand new one. Brand spanking. Oh. Ooh, cocoa powder, Maze.
I need help, Mom.
Yeah, well, just hold your horses. That's 1/4.
That's 2/4.
I need to do 3 of these.
2.
2. 3. Oh, I've got to get their aprons. Just a minute. We're all decked out with our aprons. That's mine. Turn around, Mish. And Maze is looking like one of those,
Pretty elves.
yeah. Shirtless, of course. So I added the sugar. I added the flour. I added the cocoa powder. And now I need to add the baking soda, and it calls for 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. It's baking powder. Well, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So
I don't want this one.
well, you're gonna have to either not have any or live with that one. I can't find another one now.
It looks like a gold, right?
don't look like a girl.
This?
No, you don't.
What's this?
All right, the baking powder, baking soda,
Same up with you.
1 teaspoon of salt. Let me see if I can get you positioned better, because you're not getting the whole scope of stuff. Put you in there. Now you can see them. So, shut that cupboard, Misha. 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't. Or you guys are going to have to get down. 2 eggs. I'm going to take the 2 that are right here. I really tried to sneak in here and just get this done. You know what I'm saying? But that's never possible.
Dad can't come in because it's a surprise. Wait, well, Kim.
Oh, I gotta boil some water. Just a minute. There, I just put on, well, if you want it off, I can take it off. I gotta untie the back. There. I forgot I have to add a cup of boiling water in last. But now I'm gonna add the cup of milk. And half a cup of oil. Don't kick the dresser or the cupboard. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
I'm scared I'm going to fall.
Well, then get down if you're scared you're going to fall.
No.
A little dash of instant coffee would be good in this too. That always helps chocolate, but whatever. And I'm going to mix this together, and then when that water boils, we'll add that in. Bring you guys over. Cover your mouth, Mace. There. That's good until we get the boiling water. And then we just add that in, and then we dump it in the pan and bake it at 350, I think. 35 to 50 minutes at 350, but we'll just poke a toothpick in it, and if it comes out clean, it's done. So yeah, I'll bring you back when we add the water. All right, guys, put you back here. Okay, that water's pretty well boiled. Now you guys gotta back off because this is super hot. Boiling hot water. 1, 2. Eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of oil. And this just seems a little runny to me. But maybe it's because I did it in Cornelius and it's not mixing up all at the bottom. We'll see. Yeah, I don't have the directions set for add the boiling water last. I'm not sure. Seems runny. I put that sugar in. I mean, sugar turns liquidy anyways, but I'm gonna have to. I did put sugar in, didn't I? God. Yeah, I did. I know that has raw egg in it, but what you gonna do? Who hasn't licked the beaters of a cake mix or cake? Come on. Actually, before I do that, I should go right to the bottom. It just seems kind of liquid. I haven't made this in so long, I forget. I really forget.
Enough coloring, Mom.
Did I give enough flour? 1 3/4 cup. Did I do that much?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look back and see in just a minute. Alright, friends. I re-watched the thing. I added the flour and added it all. It just seems extra runny to me. So I'm preheating the oven to 350. We'll see. I have my cake pan, sprayed it with the cooking spray, and we're just gonna see how this turns out. Worst comes to worst, I'll buy a cake mix and make one. But I have made this before, I just haven't made it in so long I forget. The dishwasher's going, hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, and then after we'll start working on those cinnamon buns. I have laundry going in the wash. I need to put it in the dryer, then I have more laundry to do, of course. Get every little bit. There it is. I'm going to stick it in the oven. I'll set the timer for 30 minutes at first, and then we'll check it after that and see how it's going. Now here's just a close-up look of the cake batter. So it's a little, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, well, since I just put that cake in, I'm going to decase these sausages and I'm going to make a whack of cabbage and sausage. Might as well do something with my time. Pans of sausage. I have 2 cabbages I'm going to cut up in chunks that'll fit down in my food processor so I can shred them up that way. When my husband does this, he cuts it all up by hand, and I'm not doing that. But I'll cut it small enough that I can put it down the chute with my food processor and shred it up like I shred cheese. That's what I do when I make sauerkraut. It's just saves so much time and energy and elbow grease. Oh, this is probably the part I hate the least, is cutting up a big old cabbage, but I'm going to do that while this is sizzling. And the cake still has 20, I put it in for 35 minutes at first. Still 20 minutes left. We're going to check it after this 20 minutes, and if we have to put it in longer, we will, because it says up to 50 minutes. Yeah, I haven't made this in probably 2 or 3 years, honestly. So, now this is the perfect kind of thing. One of those meat masher things would be good for. But I wait till it starts moving and cooking a little bit, and then I bring out my potato masher, and it does the same thing. But yeah, this is hot Italian sausage. Come on, come on. Don't start sticking on me now. So anyways, I'm gonna chunk this up and I'll be back. I just shut that sausage off. I'm in the middle of doing the first cabbage. But on here, I'm using this blade to slice it, whereas when I do the cheese, I use this side. That side goes on there. I need to empty that one and do the rest of this. Then I gotta cut up the other cabbage. Right, so these are shut off right now. 6 minutes left for that cake for our first check, but I'm gonna dump this whole thing in here and try to mix it around, and then I'm gonna shred the other one. It's easier to get it all shredded when I have 2 big bowls available, so I can have the cut up one in one bowl, and then after I'm done shredding it, put it in another bowl. So I'll get this pan going. All right, thank goodness these are deep pans. I just got done shredding that second cabbage. I'm just starting to move it. I've been moving this around bit by bit as the cabbage wilts a bit. And the timer went off. Ooh, that looks good. Let me get a toothpick and we'll try it. Hold it out a little bit. We'll stick it in. Yeah, that rose up nicely. Yeah, there's still a little cake on there. I'm going to put it in for another, I would say 5 minutes, and we'll check it after that. Alright, the stuff's coming along nicely. I just moved it. This one isn't quite as far along as that one, but there's still some room to wilt. This one is almost done. But yeah, I keep moving it around every few minutes. And I just took that cake out of the oven. So it was in the oven for 40 minutes at 350. It came out clean. My husband went down to Sisaboo Coffee, got me a coffee, a sweetheart. But this looks fantastic. And I want to make homemade icing, but I need to go to the store and get some cream cheese and stuff like that. So, but at least this part of the journey is done. I need to clear this table off. Those are all washed. Yeah, I'll wait till that cabbage is done, then I'll clean up, and then we might take a little trip. Dad just got here. He brought Marquise out, so that's good. I didn't have to go get him. I'm heating up the leftover chili. There's a little bit of chili leftover chili for the kids. And I have a platter of the leftover finger foods from last night, and that's what their lunch is going to be. So hopefully I can get rid of all this chili, get rid of most of this stuff. Like the whole platter's in the microwave now. That's what's left. We had a lot of bruschetta. And that's what their lunch is going to be, so yes. And then I'll have to figure out what the heck I'm going to do for supper, but I don't know yet. Alright guys, sorry I haven't checked in a little while. It is 4 o'clock, 4:03, and I just dropped Misha off to a Christmas party. I'm in town now. I need to stop to the dollar store for a second and stop to Superstore, and then I'm going to head out, because when I stop to Superstore, I'm going to get that stuff for the cinnamon rolls and for the icing for the cake. I'll pick up some Smarties at the Dollarama, and I want to get some cleaner stuff, and then we'll go home. When I'm at Superstore, I might pick up something easy. I keep asking my husband what he wants for supper. He's like, whatever's easy for you, like you don't have to do anything cleaner. But yeah, I might just get something easy at Superstore, something different. For the kids, like I could easily get a frozen thing to pop in the microwave. For my husband, I'll see what's there. Yeah, we'll see. So that's what's going down. Dad had a nice long visit. He brought out some mail too. I don't know if I'll get a chance to get to it today. If not today, then tomorrow for sure. It's rainy out, guys. It's rainy. My husband just started making a fire when I left because it's cold and damp, but it's not freezing out, but it's just the dampness, you know, soaks through. So yeah, I'm washing bedding, and I'm just doing a bunch of stuff like that. I finally got yesterday's video posted. It took a while to, well, it's uploading now. I don't know, and maybe it's posted now, but I was done it this morning and had it going, but it just takes hours to get up. So anyways, that's what's shaking bacon. So I'm just pulling into the Dollarama now. I'll get my stuff. Misha doesn't need to be picked up until about 8 o'clock. I gotta pick Evie up at 5:30, but I'll have enough time to do my stuff in town, go home, drop it off, get the kids fed, go get Evie, drop him back to his mama, because his mama works till 6. The latest he can be picked up is 5:30, so I'll just pick him up for 5:30 and bring him home, because she can't get him, so that's fine. And yeah, rat race kind of a day. Anyways, I'll be back. Come on. Well, hey guys, it's 7:15. I'm sorry I have not checked in a while. I still didn't get to those cinnamon buns. But I did get the cream cheese and everything. So I'm going to wrap everything up and do it tomorrow because it's my husband's birthday. I'm on my way in to pick Misha up from her Christmas party. I just dropped Evie off to his mama. I thought she worked till 6, but she worked till 7. So I'm going to go in and get Misha. And I called and ordered Chinese food. Yes, I did. And I'm going to pick up those combination plates. So my husband and I can have an indoor date. I asked him. He's like, well, you could order Chinese. I said, yep, good enough. So, yeah, I'm going to pick those up before I get Misha, and then we'll go home. So, I'll be back. I'm at the restaurant, and it's pouring outside. I'm going to get soaked. Oh, well, it's worth it. It's Chinese food. Hello, Christmas now. Oh, I'm at the party. There's Christmas jams on the radio, so I had to just sit and listen for a minute, of course. But yeah, I betcha she had a ball. They had a whole buffet of food here. I said I could come and eat, but when I dropped her off, I had to get back and feed the kids their supper and all that jazz. But that Chinese food smells heavenly. Go in and see. I see a bunch of kids in there. Oh, and it is windy out too. Windy. Alright guys, we're back, man. Misha had a blast at her party. We got scared by a giant Newfoundland dog that scared us when we went out the door, didn't we? Didn't it?
Yeah, it was outside the whole entire time, and then
Charged right in.
Because it was hungry.
Yeah, it came right in. Friendly dog, but it's just he was black and we couldn't see him and he charged right in. Can you get your sister? Is she coming?
Wait, what?
We're going to sing happy birthday to Dad.
I was supposed to get...
It's a singing candle. That's pretty cool. Well, good morning, friends. It's the next day. I'm just starting on those cinnamon rolls. I got this recipe from that Tatyana's Everyday Foods. She's the one I got that pumpkin cheesecake recipe I did at Thanksgiving. Anyways, I just rewatched the video, and I have it written in my book, but I'm doubling her recipe, and I put 2 cups of warm milk in Cornelius's bowl, my stand mixer, and I put 5 teaspoons of dry, or like active dry yeast. I'm going to proof it for 5-10 minutes. I added a sprinkle of sugar in there too, just so it feeds the yeast, but I want to get this on the go. Yeah, it's 10:54. I slept in till like 9 o'clock today. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat, but like I don't feel sick or anything. All the kids are up. And yeah, we had a wonderful evening last night. As the day went on, I didn't get a chance to really vlog very much, but we had that Chinese combination plates and they were delicious. I did take a picture. And I got up, yeah, like I said, around 9. I had a coffee and working on some laundry. And my monster's growing out there in the playroom, but that's okay. It's a lot of bedding and stuff, so whatever. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna let that yeast proof puff up a bit. My goodness. I need to find some really strong halls to decongest my head. Oh boy. But yeah, anyways, yeah, it's gonna be a busy day in regards to, like, I want to get these, once I get the bread dough done, the rest isn't that bad, or not that this is bad, but it's just, yeah, everything else that's going on. I need to get the kids ready for school tomorrow, so they gotta have a shower, do their hair, pack their lunches, think about supper, think about lunch. Yeah. And Evie's coming over here. I think my day works from 2 to 7, so he'll be over here in a little while. But it's all good. I do need to spin down to the store, though. I need some heavy cream. That's something I forgot yesterday. When I went to town yesterday, I got the cream cheese that I need. Completely forgot about the heavy cream, like the whipping cream that I put in my coffee and stuff. They probably sell some downtown. Hopefully they do. It will probably cost an arm and a leg, but I don't want to drive all the way to town. We'll see. We'll see. I just need that for making my frosting that goes on the cinnamon rolls, and we drizzle some on the actual buns 10 minutes after they've baked, or like 10 minutes in, you drizzle heavy cream on it, then you put them back in to finish baking and stuff. They're so good. They are. I haven't made these again, another long thing. Probably 2 years. And they're really good. That's why I'm doubling it. If I'm doing all this, I'm doubling the recipe for sure. They won't last long. And that chocolate cake was delicious. I even had a piece of it. I just went off on a kick and started making cake mixes. And there's nothing wrong with cake mixes or anything. But yeah, that was really good. I have to admit. I have to admit. And I love chocolate, so I always make chocolate cakes. But yeah, it wasn't even that hard to make or anything. And yeah, when I thought it was too runny, turned out perfect. Turned out perfect. It was really moist and chocolatey, deep flavor. You know, it was good. Anyways, I'll be back and we'll go over to Cornelius and get this going. Oh yes, that's what I was looking for, baby. The extra strength, totally strong. I'm gonna pop one of these in. All right, guys, there's no real good angle to put you guys at. Yeah. Not cool, tripod.
After you're done, can you do my hair?
I will after, yes. I just want to get this dough going.
Okay.
So this is nice and puffy. See that? Looking good, looking good. And just let me get you situated. All right. Well, I do have to say with this tripod, I can go a heck of a lot higher than my other one. Ignore the stuff in my sink. That's compost that needs to go out. So after this, I need to whisk in the sugar until it dissolves. Whisk in eggs, butter, salt, and gradually add flour. Let me get the whisk first. Come on out, Maze. No, not right now. I measured out all the sugar. I'll put a link to Tatyana's video down below so you can check her out because she's much more professional than me. That had the sugar and the salt. I put a little bit of the sugar in there just so it activates the yeast. Eggs, butter, salt. Well, here's the butter. I got the eggs sitting over on one of the trivets on top of the wood stove because I put them back in the fridge yesterday. The fire just has coals in it, not like a roaring fire or anything. They're still not super warm, but whatever. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm doubling it. That's why I have 4 eggs. Those in the compost. Here's the butter. Melted butter, and it's actual butter, not margarine. Now I have 6 cups of flour because I've doubled, like I said. I keep repeating myself, I'm sorry. I'm just going to gradually add this to it. Scrape down the sides. going to switch that out for the dough hook though. Ah, got an egg. Get off of there. Because you can do this by hand. I think the first time I made it, I did it by hand. But Cornelius likes to help me. Did you need me to do anything? I'll just be a sec. All right. Now she's poured it out onto a surface, floured surface. Make a soft dough. Place in grease bowl for 45 to 60 minutes. I'm going to get this out on the table and get my hands dirty. Alright friends, the table's cleaned off really, really well. Washed and dried. This is going to be sticky at first, but we just need it for a little while till it gets a nice soft ball. Oh, I gotta take my ring off. I just washed my hands really good too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't generally wear gloves when I work with dough. You gotta feel the dough. Connect with the dough. This is sticky, but it smells divine. I need to get the rest of that in there. Sticky, sticky, sticky. After I get this rising, I'm going to spin down to the store. We'll see.
Mom,
What?
do you know my name?
Yes, I know your name. How come?
Tell me, because me said my name's Maisie, and that's not my name. It's called Maze.
Maze Quentin Benjamin.
She said it was a Maze Quentin Benjamin.
Yeah, it's nice and warm. It's soft. Gotta make sure your work surface is super clean. Your hands are super clean. I love working with dough. It reminds me of my Grammy, Ellen McCracken. She's an angel with my mommy now.
Is this Maze's watch?
It's my watch. Put it up on the desk, please. Those two, I'm telling you, I'm hoping my husband takes them for a drive today. Honestly, they've been at each other. But then they play with each other. And at each other and play with each other. Misha and Maze, I'm talking. This morning, Misha was looking at one of those companies coming cookbooks, the Christmas gifts from the kitchen. And we sat there and looked through the whole book. She was so fascinated by all the pictures. And, oh, that would be good, that would be good, that kind of thing. And all the different cookies and all the fancy pictures that are in there. Just a little bit of stuff in here. I put it back in this bowl to rise, but it's so sticky. I think I'm going to get one of my other other bowls. Just a sec, Mar, I'm almost done. Yeah, still sticky, but it's nice and soft. That's what you want. Not tough. You don't want a tough bread dough. This is nice. Like a baby's bum. Right, let me get one of those bowls out of my cupboard. I should have did that first. I'm going to spray it. With some cooking spray. And we'll let it rise for at least an hour. Luckily our kitchen's nice and hot. Well, nice and warm anyways, cozy. I'm going to put a clean tea towel on it. Over top of it. Just a second, Maze.
Lisa's keeping your watch.
She's not keeping my watch, Maze. And until it doubles its size. So I'll get a clean tea towel, cover it. And I'll just leave it over on the electric stove because the wood stove still has lots of coals in it and it's making it nice and cozy in here. This should have no trouble rising at all. Now I gotta clean up the sticky tabletop and spin down to the store, so I'll be back. Alright guys, well, I'm ready to work with this dough again. It's been just a little over an hour and it has risen beautifully. See that? I'd have you up and tip down, but my thing doesn't do it. So. My husband just left with Misha and Maze to go down to his family's place. Oh, Mally, be careful. Sorry. Well, just hold on a minute, guys. Alright. I'm telling you, it's forever trying to get these buns done. I finally got my husband out the door with the kids with their jackets on. Well, no. They planned on going down there today, but when I say I'm going somewheres, I get up and go. I don't stumble around for a little while and the kids, whatever. Anyways, they just left and then Mally comes in. And I need to work with this dough. And then when she leaves, Marquise comes in. And so on and so on and so on. Which isn't a big deal. But I just want to get this dough going. So it's all leveled out, pushed down. It smells so good. You guys know the smell of fresh dough. This rolling pin is like marble. It was my mom's. And it's heavy. It could certainly clobber somebody if they were asking for it. I want to make it like a big rectangle. Since this is doubled, it's going to be big. I brought out one of my one and only square turkey roaster. And I don't have any parchment paper, so I'm just going to spray the ever-living heck out of it with cooking spray. And that should do. God, this isn't very good rectangle, Tracey. You can do better than this. Oh, yeah, last night, after we had the Chinese food, or while we were eating that Chinese food, They were watching a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Usually I watch that several times over a season, but I haven't watched it once yet. And I fell asleep, of course. But it had been a busy day yesterday, and having a belly full of Chinese food didn't help me stay awake, that's for sure. So I have some melted butter here, well, softened melted butter. And I have 2 cups of packed brown sugar, 5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and that's what's in it. And my brown sugar was kind of hard. It wasn't super rock hard, but kind of hard, so it didn't crumble up real great, but we'll try to make it work. I've got the dishwasher going now. Big old glob of butter. Just gives something for the sugar and stuff to stick to. And this is real butter. These are going to be super rich. My husband's the one that ended up going down to the store. He brought me a coffee from Sissaboo Coffee. An Americano. I haven't drank it yet. But, what was I saying? Oh, he stopped to get some of that heavy whipping cream. They didn't have a big one, so he got like the smaller size one, and they only had one, and then he got a thing of coffee cream, so I'm just going to make it work. Yeah, this stuffed little balls. This is going to be nice and cinnamony and rich and ooey gooey. You got to keep these ones in the fridge. That's how ooey gooey they are. But they won't last long. They really won't. Try to get it all over. Yeah, I like this tripod, but I'm gonna look into reordering the one that I had before. It wasn't that expensive, like under 20 bucks. I just liked how I could tilt it down. I'm complaining, I know. I'm lucky enough that I can get one, so I get it. So shut it, Tracy, I get it, but ooh, this is loaded. You guys up to see. Yeah, it's going to be lumpy because some of those hard sugar clumps are hard clumps, but oh, and I wanted to check for dental floss. I need to go do that, so just a minute. Just so you can see up close. Yeah, there's lots of goodness on this. But yeah, and it's a big old one. Alright guys, I got some dental floss. I'm gonna spray this. Woo! Gotta put some gloves on. You don't have to, but I don't know if I'm going to need another pan or not. I might need an extra pan. We'll see. Yeah, because this could have been I don't know which way to start. Big old crumbly mess. feels so good though. And it smells amazing. Once this starts baking in the oven, ooh, it's gonna smell like a cinnamon bun in here. I'm not gonna have to make these real big, thick cuts either because there's lots of yeast in this dough. And yeah, it's gonna rise quite a bit. Looks like a big python. Oh, come on. Reach up there. Look how thick that is. Wow, in the middle anyways. That is a cinnamon log. Woo! This isn't like flavored dental floss or anything. Well, even if it was, I'd still use it, to be honest. It's just, I've had to use knives before and cut them, and they still taste delicious. They just get a little squished in the process. I want to bring this down into the middle region. Oh, yes. And you just kind of do that. Perfect. Can you see that? Woo! Lovely, lovely. Yes. See that? Gloriousness. Yeah, I'll probably have to get another pan of some sort. No doubt about it. Woo. These are fatties. Beautiful. My grandmother, Ellen, who used to live, well, when I grew up, you know, the house where Papa lives, where Dad lives, my Grammy used to live at a seniors apartment complex, not even half a block away. It's just an apartment building for seniors. Anyways, she was a baker. She loved to bake. That wasn't her profession, but she would bake coffee bread and cinnamon rolls and cookies and, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. And, yeah, she'd always bring it over to us. And cinnamon rolls, let me tell you, didn't last long. You'd always want the gooeyest one for the, not soggy, but the one, you know, the one that's loaded up. Oh, let's see here. when you get near the ends of them, they'll look a little funny, but they'll still be good. They'll still be good, that's for sure. All right. That's that. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Ooh. Doesn't want to move. And whatever little bits of sugar fall out on the table, I'm just going to crumble down over top of them. That's what I'm going to do. I want to make some shortbreads. This week coming is the last week of school for the kids. So I got to think about what I'm going to do for their school parties. I was telling my husband I need to go out to the shop to see if the skates are out there, because I usually go skating. You know, they don't do much work this last week of school. It's all like fun stuff. That's a nice big fat one. Yeah, some of them are bigger than others, but whatever. Yeah, I gotta go out in the shop and see if I have skates that fit the girls, because they're growing girls. Anyways, I need to get out another pan and I'll load it up and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, that does it. So 6, 12, 13, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And I didn't do piddly little rolls either. These are big fatties, because you eat them with a fork, you eat them while they're warm, and it's a big old delicious mess. And yeah, look at that sucker right there. That's a big one. I probably could have made 2 out of that one, but that's okay. It's going to be good. So I'm going to cover these with a tea towel, leave them for probably an hour to double in size, and then we start baking. So I can clean up this mess now. And yeah, I got to make the frosting that goes on top of it too. Oh lordy, 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 look at these bad boys. Oh my lord. Let me turn the light on. There. They have risen. That's a monster of a bun. That one is too. That one is too. These are beautiful. I was just talking to my neighbor Saritha. I'm going to go over and help her with her furnace when I'm done this stuff. But yes, they look glorious. I just turned the oven on, 350. So I'm going to do one pan at a time. I'll do this one first, and then I'll do that one. Yeah, and once I get this in the oven, I'm going to start making the frosting that we're going to put on top. But yes, oh, beautiful. She's diabetic, otherwise I'd bring her one, because these are loaded with sugar. But yeah, anyways, oh, they smell good just like this. That one looks like a smiley face, the 2 little balls of sugar there. All right, I'll be back when we put it in the oven. I'm going to put this one in now. I was just getting stuff out to make the frosting that we're going to put in. It consists of a block of cream cheese. Well, this was her recipe. 4 ounces or 113 grams of soft cream cheese, 1/4 cup of soft butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of icing sugar, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of half and half. But I'm doubling this, because that's what I do, and I'm going to try to do it up in Cornelius now, but let's get this one in the oven. Right, there we have it. And I mean, if you want it runnier, just add a little more half and half. I used coffee cream. If you want it thicker, don't add as much, but that looks good to me. There's 3 minutes left for that first batch of cinnamon buns over there in the oven. We're going to take it out and drizzle some heavy cream on it and put it back. Ooh, it's fuzzy. So let me get set up for that. There. So these are not done. They've been in the oven for 10 minutes. And I have heavy whipping cream. And I've never seen this before. Just like Drizzle a little bit, a couple tablespoons on it. And it just makes it, oh, it's sizzling, moist and chewy. And you just stick this back in the oven. I forget how long they cook. I don't have it written down, and she just says until they're golden brown on top. So that's it. So let's get these back in the oven. Alright guys, I stuck these back in for 15 minutes. I first put it just for 10 minutes and I checked it. It wasn't really totally brown, golden brown, so I put it in another 5 minutes. So 15 minutes after we put that heavy whipping cream on. And it looks wonderful. If you can see, it's just slightly golden. I'm going to leave them right in this pan. They'll continue to cook a little bit as it cools down, but beautiful. I just put that second pan in. I'm just sitting here reading comments, having some sparkling grapefruit water, and yeah, the kitchen smells amazing. What I'm going to do now is put some icing on these, and it'll kind of, like, since they're still warm, the icing will kind of seep down into the cracks and swirls and stuff too. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh, yes. Yeah, that looks so good. Yummy. Once that last pan comes out, I'll dish one up for the kids. It's only, oh, I don't know what time it is. Probably around 3 o'clock. They can have it before supper, so they'll be nice and warm and ooey gooey good. Yeah. All right. Here's that second pan, and that only had to go in for an extra 10 minutes, not the 15, but it is a smaller pan and it's a glass container. I don't know what the difference is, but that one looks glorious. This one does too. I'm going to put frosting on it, and the kids are just waiting for me to be done so they can have one. All right, guys, I'm getting my son to hold the phone. I'm going to try to wiggle this out. Hopefully there was enough cooking spray on there. Back it up a bit.
No, we're getting the whole view.
Well, I want them to see.
No, they'll see. You guys see?
Ooh. Doink. Perfect.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let me snap a few photos. All right, here's a better look at one. Kids all have one. They're still, like, it's nice and, it's cooked, but it's nice and spongy. Gotta eat it with a fork. Yes, lovely, lovely. I'm saving that big kahuna for my husband. And that one, the frosting is still fresh, like it'll start seeping down a bit like this one did. But oh yes, that with a cup of coffee or tea. Oh boy, hot chocolate maybe? Jeez. One. My husband and the kids aren't home yet, but I'm gonna run over to Sarita's. I know yeah, I picked out the smallest cinnamon bun that's in the pan. It's kind of smack dab in the middle, but I'll bring it over if she wants it. I don't know if she can eat even a little sugar. I don't really know that much about diabetes, but I'll bring it over because I told her I was making some. And I just need to press the reset button on her furnace or something, but I'll bring it over and see. Then I'm going to get busy washing Messiah's hair and braiding it up for tomorrow. Alright, all that rain yesterday took every single last bit of snow away. But I have her little cinnamon bun if she wants it, if she's not. If she doesn't, you know, if she can't eat it, that's okay too. But I don't want to show up empty-handed, of course. But, oh, and I'll go back and think about supper and stuff, so I'll go have a chit-chat with my beautiful neighbor. Alright, I just came from her house. I couldn't fix her furnace because her basement's flooded, so the guy's coming tomorrow morning to fix her furnace, and the sump pump guy that's supposed to, put in a new sump pump, yeah, he has to come take a gander at that. But she did like her cinnamon bun. She did have it. I made her a cup of tea so it can go with her tea, and yeah, good yarn. Alright, I'm about to get Messiah's hair washed, but I'm going to pop these in the oven now while I do that. Pizzas are done. Messiah's hair's all done. I need to slice and dice and deliver. Alright guys, well it's 5 o'clock. I just divvied up the pizzas. I think I'm going to end this video now so I can sit down and edit it and get it up before my husband gets home, and then I can have a nice relaxing evening and stuff like that. Still got to pack the kids' lunches. Whatever pizza doesn't get eaten, I'm putting in their lunches tomorrow. They can eat cold pizza. They don't mind that at all. So, plus the other stuff, orange and whatever. So, yeah, I hope you liked hanging out with me today. Those cinnamon buns turned out perfect. They'll probably want another one after supper. We'll see. And I got to wrap them up and put them in the fridge. But, yeah, I'll make sure I put her link down below, Tatyana, the one that I got the recipe from. And I couldn't remember where I got that extreme chocolate cake one from, but yeah, anyways, yeah, after all that bacon, I do instant pizzas. I know, crazy, but it was a good day. My house smells good. It'll be easy to pack lunches, and I'm still working on laundry. But with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So I do plan on filming tomorrow. It's the last school week of the year. Then they're off on Christmas break, so I want to try to get some stuff done. I got to think about what I'm going to do for their Christmas parties and all that jazz. So, and we got to still get up the Santa Claus tree. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, with that, I'll say have a good night or have a good morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.